The cost of living, as the cost of living has raised.
Yeah. The cost of living always raises.
Exactly.
Arbitrarily.
At one point, the minimum wage was able to compensate for the cost of living.
Back in 1962. When
yeah,
you could buy a Camaro from the Chevrolet dealership for only $600.
As comical as that is, yes. Exactly.
That may be accurate.
It's the What It Is podcast with Marlee and
Strolli.
Guess what today is?
Hump Day.
No, it's fucking Happy Mario Day, dude.
Oh, Happy Mario
March
Day.
10th, bitch.
March 10th. Why is it Happy Mario Day?
Because it's MAR10, which looks like a Mario.
MAR10.
MAR10.
Yeah.
So
Happy Mario Day.
Happy Mario Day, dude.
Did you?
Yippee! Wow!
Let's go. And immediately DMCA'd.
Exactly.
Oh,
look, our first copyright strike.
Yay.
Yay.
Did you were you a Mario guy growing up?
Yes. One of the first games I played was actually Super Mario 64.
Ah, nice.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to play it again, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah.
that
would be great. I would actually enjoy that.
I think I have it. I don't know. I can't remember what games I have.
Didn't it? That came out for the Switch. I need to get it for the Switch. Or is that coming out?
Oh, yeah. That came out with the Super Mario All-Stars pack or whatever, right?
Super Mario 3D All-Stars.
Yeah, that's what it was, yep.
Because that came out with Super Mario Sunshine, Super Mario
and
64, and Super Mario Galaxy, I believe.
Oh, was it Galaxy?
Yeah. All of Super Mario games I've never played. No,
Yeah.
I lied. I played Super Mario 64. But I was a child, so I don't really
Yeah.
remember it.
I played Sunshine. I never
really
really
wanted to
played
play
64,
Sunshine.
but I played Sunshine.
I really wanted to play Sunshine. I remember one of my
Sunshine
cousins
was a lot
had
of
it,
fun.
and it was like, it looked fucking fun.
Yeah. It was really cool.
I watched
Really
the playthrough of it not too long ago, and it was such a great time.
Yeah, it's a lot of
Really wanna
fun.
Play it.
Yep.
Put that on the gaming YouTube.
Yep. So happy Mario Day.
Happy fucking Mario Day.
Yep.
And totally unrelated, the new pandemic relief bill was passed.
Yay!
It goes to B-Den's desk to sign.
Oh.
There you
I
go. Had to
was
work.
confused with
Yeah.
how you worded.
I know. You had to see it.
Beat-ins.
Yeah, B-Den's. B-Den.
Biden, sign that bitch.
Biden, you better sign that.
Give me my money.
Give God the boot.
You tried.
Yeah,
You were close.
I really did. You know,
Yeah.
it's the thought that counts.
Yep.
Um,
Yeah, getting those fat Stimmy checks. Probably.
that 1400.
I was like seeing stuff like maybe next week even.
that would be fucking essential, dude.
14? Oh,
14,
yeah, 14.
'cause we got the
14.
6th in
Yeah,
January.
Yeah, they're supposed to
I
be.
forgot about that. I went to go
Yeah.
do my taxes, and the lady was like, "Did you get your 600 and your 1200?" I was like, "I got the 1200. I don't know what the fuck you talking about 600."
Yeah.
And I had to like really think about it. She was like, "Oh no, take your time." And I was like, "Wait, that's what we use to get all this equipment." I was like, "No, wait."
Right.
She's like, "Yeah, everybody forgot about that one."
Yeah.
I was like, "There's
was
there's
like
other shit going on."
Barely enough money for really anything.
Honestly.
Even this $1,400. I mean, I'm. It's gonna be nice, but like.
yeah. Well, I'm gonna put it towards some good shit.
Neat.
Like I'm gonna pay off my Best Buy and my Target credit card.
Nice.
And then probably maybe some of my credit card, my regular bank credit card. I'm absolutely not going to sink any money into this podcast. I'm going to use it all for myself. So.
I'm not gonna put any of that money into this podcast either. So
yeah,
it's
I know.
okay. So maybe take your Stimmy checks and donate some of it to our Patreon page that we'll have up conveniently.
Oh yeah, exactly. Now that the bill's passed,
Yeah,
welcome to
yeah.
our new Patreon.
Yeah, right.
Give
Right.
us some of that sweet stimulus.
Yeah.
Trying to stimulate us fans.
Stimulate our senses. We're what it's like when you chew 5 gum.
Stop it. We don't have that spot. What happened? Is 5 gum still a thing?
Yes, it
Is it really?
Yes. I don't see commercials on it.
I don't see any commercials.
I always see it like at the stores and shit like that. It's
I
in
don't
our
remember
vending
that.
machines
Is it
at work. yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Dude, I used
Yeah.
to fuck with 5 gum so hard.
Oh yeah, 5 gum was a shit.
5 gum was a shit until I had the Mentos gum, and like nothing else compares
That's fair.
when it comes to breath being fresh. Like the Mentos gum was pretty fire.
Yeah, I respect that.
because it's got that really toothpastey center. You know?
Yeah. So the stimulus check.
Back to the stimulus check.
Yeah. So what do you think that think that we need more after this one? Like, do you think so in my opinion, I find that the $1,400 is basically just pointless. I mean, I feel like there's more that needs to be done to assist the people than just giving us money randomly.
Yeah.
Arbitrarily. Like, I feel like there's no rhyme or reason.
I personally feel like the money is just kind of like we're trying.
Mm.
You know, it's harder to say like you're putting certain things into legislation, and it's like, no, this will really help you guys soon.
Yeah.
The money I feel like is more so just to kind of like pacify the masses, because it is that immediate, like, here's an immediate help. Here's $1,400. Here's $2,000. Here's $600 directly into your bank account. We're trying.
Yeah.
Which isn't necessarily wrong, because I mean, I'm not gonna look down on fucking free money.
Yeah.
You know, they could have thrown me $20 and I'd be like, yo, what's up, government? Thank you.
Yeah.
Like, they don't really have to give us a goddamn thing. But, well, no, I lied. They have to give us a goddamn thing, or else what's the point of having a goddamn government?
I mean, I guess.
You know, they have to fucking help us, or else, you know, what are they going to govern?
Well, yeah.
When society collapses, what are the good of their fucking laws? Who's gonna pay them?
The federal government isn't even supposed to rule over us. It's our state governments that are supposed to.
Right. Sure.
I mean, that's what the founding fathers wanted. The people, you know,
Yeah,
George
the people
Washington,
that lived 400 years ago that know what our society is about.
Well, no, they wanted the states to have the power and not the federal government.
Yeah, when there was like 4 people per state.
Because do you remember where they came from and how the federal government there was so overpressive?
Where did they go? Where did they come from? Cotton Eye Joe.
No, so that's the reason why they wanted the states to have the power over the federal government.
Right.
And the federal government was just there as like a mediator, essentially, or like a something that occurred between the multiple states that they could rule on, or general guidelines kind of thing.
I don't remember government.
You don't remember government?
I don't remember government. And I'm saying that honestly. Like, I don't fucking remember LSN, dude. I failed AP government.
Oh, that's what you're saying. I was like, government? What the hell are you talking about? It was just American history for me.
I guess.
Yeah, no, but so like that's why, like, the Civil War was even a thing. The states were like, no, we don't need to listen to you. I mean, obviously, you know, they were like, we want slaves.
Yeah, I was gonna say, dude.
Yeah. I mean, no. I'm
Strolli.
I'm just saying, like, but that was because of the fact that the states are supposed to have the
rights to have slaves. Yes. Come on, Strolli.
No,
you're not gonna get away from this. Next point. I won't let you live this time.
So, yeah. So $1,400 like just really isn't enough.
It's a drop in the bucket, but a drop nonetheless.
Yeah. I think it should have been. I think instead of $1,400, you should just be like, we're just gonna give everyone like $300 a month, $250 or $250.
Which I think
studies
studies have occurred that are shown that is actually a good thing to do.
Yeah, just giving people extra cash in their pockets is more beneficial than just giving them a lump sum.
Exactly.
Because that lump sum is going to be used on something that's more expensive, that's not necessary for their lives.
Yeah, I'm gonna do exactly what I did the first time, which is pay down my debt.
Yeah.
And the reason I had to do it again is because I ran out my debt.
Yeah.
In the meantime, so I bought things.
Yeah. I'm just gonna basically pay for my debt too.
Yeah,
you know?
I was able to
I'm
use
not able
credit.
to really gain much.
Yeah, I'm not using it to pay a utility that's unpaid. Like, luckily, I've been able to continue working throughout the entire pandemic.
And I mean, I get it. Like, you know, you want people to stimulate the economy so that way that is on track, which is very important for sure. But like, maybe not just in a lump sum. You could have it consistently stimulated instead of it making it jump.
Yeah,
you know. So
yeah,
I don't know.
That'd be nice. I mean, the that's like the universal base income, like that's giving everybody a certain amount of money.
Yeah.
Like small scale studies being on, like, we gave 2,000 people $500 a month and kind of just saw what they did with it.
Yeah.
Like I think those studies do exist. Like, my sister was telling me about one. I think it was in Stockton or someplace. That they didn't give them cash. I think they preloaded it onto a debit card so that they can track the transactions that were made on that debit card.
That's fair, yeah.
Like 80% of the people that got that money a month got jobs and like were being able to sustain themselves and improve their status in life.
Yeah.
The people that didn't get jobs went to school, or they did something to better themselves with the money that they got.
Yeah.
Or they were already in a position to better themselves, but they did it better.
Yeah.
Because that money, like, instead of having to pay, these fucking utility bills in my apartment out of my working paycheck, I could pay with that $500 and use the extra to like
get myself that hoodie I want.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
On a larger scale, that's not what they did. Yeah.
No. But
they typically like the argument that like, it's gonna go to like fucking drugs and alcohol. Like, I think less than 1% actually went to tobacco and alcohol products.
Yeah. Well, yeah, for sure.
So like, there's actually benefits to doing.
They still
those
had
kind
the
of
cash
things.
for that.
Exactly. They use a regular paycheck for that.
Yeah.
But besides the point.
Yeah.
I
mean, universal basic income would definitely be beneficial because it. I mean, it's obviously who wouldn't want to just get paid, but my thing is that when you look at some of the social programs that we have, i.e. like food stamps, right? You see people who become dependent on it and not try and work past it, and it becomes, and when that happens, it starts to become more of a cultural, a heritage thing kind of thing. Like, this is just what we do. We live off of this, and we call it a good day. I think when you have stuff like that, it's there's plenty for it to get taken advantage of, and that's more unsettling. Like that like if there's a way that we can make it so you can't really take advantage of it or mooch or anything like that.
Yeah.
I'm all on board. But I think the problem that you're going to find is that we're going to be paying for it, and we're going to be paying for people to sit at home and collect that paycheck and just use whatever the hell they want with it. You know what I mean? Again, I'm not saying, we got to eliminate that completely, because you're always going to have that. I mean, that there's no getting around that. You're always going to have those people like that. Yeah. But this is supposed to be better for you, not for you to live your life.
I get that.
You know what I mean?
And the bigger picture is that I believe that
more people
would use that money for better.
Yeah.
Than people that would just sit around and use that money for nothing.
For sure. Yeah. More
people like you and me would use that money to be better off in life.
Yeah.
And we're pretty much the average.
But
I don't think
what does that solve? What does UBI solve?
A lot.
But like what is the problem that it's curing solve? Or what is the problem that it's trying to solve, I guess?
My full-time job was paying me $15 an hour.
Yeah.
I could potentially afford to better myself in a way that I can get a better job that'll pay me more than that wage.
So then why don't we why
I mean, look at what we're earning at Redacted. People are working there, we're earning $16 an hour, $17, which an extra $1 or $2 an hour doesn't matter much in the long run.
So what would $500 in a month be on an hourly scale increase? Like what?
Like what would you
like so I guess what I'm trying to say is
it would be a dual income for us, because you think $500 we bi-weekly we get like what, $1,000?
It would be half a paycheck per.
It would be what we're getting. It would be an extra
17. Half a paycheck.
It would be a dual income. So if like we get that, somebody's there working for $15 an hour, they would have basically an extra $15 an hour. Like they would have another income. That income would equal that, like $15 an hour if they were getting $500. Well, no, that's a month. I'm thinking of weekly. I'm sorry.
That's what I was trying to say.
I'm tripping. I'm thinking of weekly.
No. You're good. I was like, that's a lot of money, actually.
That's a lot of money.
That's really good.
Do a lot.
I could do that too. But what I'm saying is, instead of making it so, we need this extra $500. Why not try and enforce it on a business level and be like, okay, everyone needs to make, wherever you're at right now, everyone needs to make an extra $2 an hour, period. And just run it off of that. Because like whatever, that's why I was trying to say what equates to that, and like just make it that way.
So,
You know what I mean? Because it accomplishes the same thing.
but it puts the onus on business owners, which
Yeah.
if we're thinking of the Walmarts and
But
like
the business
Lowe's,
would pay for it, not us. That's what I'm saying.
But if we're thinking about it on that extent,
yeah.
like sure, that's cool. But thinking about it from the mom and pops, like the little stores, like the restaurant down the road that's bomb as fuck, that have been in a family for like 20 years, that's the only restaurant they own,
Yeah.
they're not going to be able to operate anymore.
An extra $2 an hour, you should. You should. That's not breaking the bank.
Well,
it's going to hurt the profit, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not.
Well, because I'm also thinking about because a universal basic income on top of raising the minimum wage to $15 an hour.
Yeah.
Both of those things in conjunction.
So
and putting both of those things on the backs of businesses,
yeah.
business owners. I'm thinking of small businesses and how they would get fucked.
Yeah, I mean,
because they wouldn't be able to afford $15 an hour plus
raising
an extra $500.
Exactly. I agree with that.
So there has to be a middle ground.
And that's why I'm saying it. So my perspective is I don't want the government to be involved in that. I'd rather that be done privately.
Businesses will never do what's best for their employees.
Well, that's why you have to. By government, I mean I don't.
You have to tax them.
No, you would need to make it a governmental mandate that they have to pay them more. So that's what
that would be forcing businesses to pay the universal income tax. Like,
what do you mean?
You had to force the businesses to pay the people.
Yeah,
that extra $500 a month, as opposed to the government.
Correct.
People. Or the government,
and
the government taxes the businesses to a higher standard and collects those taxes and uses those taxes for the universal basic income. One way or the other, like it's more or less the same shit.
That's fair. Yeah. You're saying still.
It's about getting businesses to do that
shit.
Yeah. It's about getting those CEOs that earn fucking hundreds of millions of dollars a minute. Like shit like that. How do you make that happen?
I don't hate people for being wealthy.
Oh no, neither do I. I want to be fucking wealthy as shit.
Yeah. I don't, and I also don't think that they should be responsible for getting the poor out of being poor.
But that goes against your point of making the businesses do that.
No, because I'm telling them to cut their profits slightly, not tax them more. Which I guess is kind of the same.
If you
thing,
tax
right?
them more, then you're eating into their profits. Like
yeah.
It's all a workaround to the same, like, the people that make that money can contribute a little bit more to help society.
Yeah.
One way or the other.
Well, no, yes. That's I'm on board with that.
I agree with that. One way or the other. These motherfuckers that make so much money, which I'm not mad at, fine. Somebody's got to make that kind of fucking money.
Yeah.
They should contribute more to helping society.
I think they should be,
as opposed to me doing it.
I think that's what I mean. Like, I think they should be really the big thing is that the reason why everybody has problems with all these rich people and not paying taxes or whatever is all the loopholes that are in place.
Yeah.
And all those loopholes that were put in place were all put in place by Democrats.
I'm not going there.
What?
I said I'm not going there.
Touche. Touche. But you need to eliminate those loopholes.
Yeah.
Period.
Mm-hmm.
That's I think is more important than UBI or whatever. Because I think when you take that away, then the government will potentially have more money to spend on the military.
Yeah, exactly. Increase our military funding.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm for things like raising the minimum wage. I'm for things like universal basic income.
Yeah.
Because I follow that with the knowledge that if I was to get that extra money a month, I would use it to better myself.
The problem is that.
Or just live a better life. Like, what's wrong with just enjoying my life more?
No, fair.
You know? Like, I do hate that thought process, like, oh, you use it to buy a TV? What the fuck are you doing? I'm happy. Like,
I'm happy.
It made me feel happy.
But I was happy.
Exactly. Like, just what's wrong? Like, I'm not knocking anybody for doing that.
Yeah.
You know? I'm not mad that you went out to eat on that kind of like, I'm not mad at it because what the fuck, man?
Yeah.
What's so wrong with letting people just kind of be happy?
Well, people just want to be mad because they aren't allowed to do that.
Exactly.
I mean, that's just more of a personal issue than it is really anything else. You know what I mean? I forget what I was gonna yell at you for.
Good.
So be it.
Good. I'm glad.
No, I had a point to make, but I forget what it was.
Sorry, maybe we'll come back around to it.
Maybe someday
In season 2.
when we're older.
Yeah.
Season 2.
Yeah.
We're
Is
having seasons?
I don't fucking know, dude.
I mean, there's summer, winter, fall, and spring.
That's gonna be really confusing when after season 4 we go back to season 1.
Yeah. We should just do that.
Exactly.
Fuck
Just keep
people up.
adding them up.
Yeah.
No. I'm for shit like that just because like I don't. Okay, I'm gonna keep talking though.
Okay, cool.
I hope you
Cool.
forget. No, like I'm for people like be happy. What's so wrong with somebody being happy?
I agree.
Selfishly, I'm gonna feel some type of way, and I can admit that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm be like, man, I gotta fucking work for this shit. Like I gotta go clock in and do this and that, and I gotta work for my money. You know, like of course there's always gonna be that thought that pops into my head, but like I don't want to be them.
Yeah.
I don't want to be somebody that needs to depend on assistance. I would love assistance because assistance would make me be able to do more things.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, I don't need assistance. So why am I so pissed off that they need assistance when I don't? Like, why am I so hurt? What's so offensive to me? Like I can be happy with what I have.
Because
There are people that earn half of what I make and are happier with their lives than I am.
Yeah.
You know? It's all a matter of perspective. Like there's no rule that says that you have to make this much money and then you're allowed to do certain things.
And because of that perspective, people are going to be upset when people that are not in their perspective need assistance.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's that double-edged sword that goes with it. You know what I mean? So
Go
what
on.
I was gonna say, so when minimum wage goes, if minimum wage goes up to $15 an hour,
It won't. They already cut that from the bill.
yeah. That's why I said. That's why I said if.
God damn it, Biden.
If that goes up to $15 an hour, what's stopping somebody working a laborious job at $16 an hour that was really good pay
Mm-hmm.
that's now become
Really good, depending on where you live.
compared to the minimum wage, it's really good pay, right? to essentially mediocre
Mm-hmm.
to the minimum wage, right?
Right.
If we're comparing it to the minimum wage, what's stopping somebody from leaving that job to just work at what's stopping a big influx in low skill, low work jobs that just didn't pay enough before?
Mm-hmm.
What's stopping that from happening when the minimum wage goes up? Because I'm not going to get a pay increase, but I could
As far
go
as
to
you know.
well, that's would that
The work-
would it
you-
increase proportionally though?
So you would look at these businesses and be like, the businesses look at their workforce and like, sorry guys, we're paying you $1 more. We're paying you exactly what people make at McDonald's.
Yeah.
You know, using that theory, like what's stopping that workforce from leaving
Yeah.
would be more money,
Yeah. That's if they would get it.
which they would have to, or else the workforce would no longer work for that money, in which case that business crumbles.
Touche. So for the perseverance of the business, it would have
Exactly,
to pay its
which
people
wouldn't, I don't think would negatively affect the business because of the way that,
well, they would have to charge more for their product.
not exactly.
Well, then they don't get as much profit, or they let go a lot more people.
They would downsize.
Yeah, that would probably be what would realistically happen. I would think cutting employees would be more beneficial than raising your prices, because the fear would be that they wouldn't pay those prices.
But then you wouldn't be able to have as much product if you cut your workforce. You would assume production would be cut by half as well.
In theory, yeah. I'm just
Which makes
thinking.
means your business makes less money, which means you're still in the hole because you had to pay these employees more.
Well, it's better than being in the hole.
Yeah.
And then maybe you lay off and just send out all the money that you have to make a automated facility. I don't know. I'm just thinking off the top of my head.
Yeah.
Like maybe that's what happens, and that's why I'm saying like that's why I'm not really for the minimum wage going up to $15 an hour, because I do believe that there are positions that need to be had that need to be able to have people survive off of. But I'm just afraid. I'm afraid of what potentially can happen post increase.
But
You know what I mean?
like again, look at wages, and I haven't necessarily. I just know that the minimum wage has been stagnant for like fucking 20 years now. 15, 20
I don't
years.
think it's been
It
20
hasn't,
years.
as far as the rate of growth. The cost of living, as the cost of living has raised.
Yeah. The cost of living always raises
Exactly.
arbitrarily.
At one point, the minimum wage was able to compensate for the cost of living.
Back in 1962, when
yeah,
you could buy a Camaro from the Chevrolet dealership for only $600.
As comical as that is, yes. Exactly.
That may be accurate.
Our parents or our parents' parents were able to buy homes and cars on part-time jobs.
Yeah, I mean there was a lot of other
Factors involved.
extenuating circumstances that were in there. But yes, I agree.
And
I do agree. Yeah.
So why the
something
cost
needs to be done.
Yes, something needs to be done. Clearly, something needs to be done.
But what does? Right?
Raise the minimum wage.
Does that solve the problems?
Because you would assume that effect would be a domino.
Or does
our
adjusting something else, right? So what are the issues that people have where they can't live off of minimum wage? I know.
Everything.
I know.
Nothing is affordable on minimum wage.
Especially $7 an hour.
If you have to live at minimum wage, nothing is affordable.
Yeah.
$1 or $2 above minimum wage, nothing is livable.
Yeah.
You know, that's the
true.
problem. It's a minimum wage. It's a livable wage.
Do you think that
because you
potentially gives not insinuation it gives people the urge to want to try and get better paying jobs? Like, do you think having the minimum wage so low psychologically makes people be like, I don't want to make that little amount of money. I want to make more money. Therefore, I will do X, Y, and Z so I can make more money.
No.
No?
No.
You don't think that that's a psychological thing for people?
I mean, yeah, people are going to want to make more money no matter what.
Yeah.
Anybody in any position wants to make more money.
But if you have a baseline that's that low, you don't want to be anywhere near that baseline.
When the baseline is poverty, that's wrong.
I'm not challenging that. Obviously, I'm not challenging that.
Like the baseline can be $1. So to your point, yes.
Yeah, but if the baseline is $15 an hour, right?
Right.
And you're like, well, I don't want to be at the baseline. I want to make more money than that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, will there be jobs out there that are potentially able to pay you that difference, if you will? I mean, I guess there probably would be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. It's I don't know. I just fear the potential outcomes that can come from that could be more devastating than actually being beneficial long term. Because definitely short term we won't have any issues.
Yeah.
Probably for 10 years you probably won't see anything. But what happens maybe after that? That's the thing that worries me. Like, does actually no.
10 years as the cost of living raises again,
have to
and then the minimum wage is now outdated at $15 an hour.
Yeah.
You know.
Then what's our dollar worth at that point?
Exactly.
It's gonna become the yen, where like
15 million yen is like $150. Like, I don't know, dude.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not. I don't think. Obviously, I don't. The minimum wage is way too low where it's at right now.
Yeah.
And it definitely needs to go up, but 15 I just think is too much, man. I really do.
Mm-hmm.
I understand people need to live off of any wage whatsoever, but I think there's certain positions that don't necessarily not need.
Well, part of the problem is how our culture looks down on positions, on certain things.
Fair.
You know, that's a big part of the problem.
That's fair.
You think somebody working at McDonald's doesn't need to make $15 an hour, but I can go eat at McDonald's fucking 2-3 times a week. There's like, well, what are you gonna do if those people like?
But I think
those positions are valuable.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. Doubt. But I also think that person who's flipping burgers, making burgers, whatever you're doing at McDonald's, doesn't deserve similarly or even close to as much as somebody who's, we'll say, just because it literally popped in my head, somebody who's welding gasoline tankers
Mhm.
to make them sealed. Like
What
that
you talking
person.
about? The union told me I'd make $100,000.
No, but like, but you know, like something like that, something that's extremely important that they
Yeah.
do the job right. I think that person deserves to be paid a shit ton of fucking money because holy fuck, if you fuck up, a lot of people are gonna be fucked up,
Mhm.
kind of thing. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? I think that job deserves to be paid much more than that person flipping burgers. I don't think it should even be close.
But even with the minimum wage being as low as it is, skilled laborers have been decreasing over the years.
I'm not saying
Like people aren't going for the jobs that are there that people put
that's
on a
because-
pedestal.
Well, that's because what do you mean?
Those welders, those skilled laborers, the people.
That's
those
because
jobs that
that's
are like
because
those.
there's been a demonizing of trades and a gratification of whatever you want to do at college. Those people who got gen ed degrees at college or marketing degrees or business degrees
Right.
at college probably would have been better off learning a trade.
Yeah, but they got bamboozled.
Yes.
Yeah, they got.
That's
Yeah,
You-
there's big money
know-
in college.
yeah. I think
college is a business. Like those people got lied to and
yes.
bamboozled into taking loans. They'll probably
That's another thing when
Yeah.
it comes to, you know, finances and all this other stuff. And it's like, and the minimum wage even. It's like, oh well, like I can't pay for college, but it's like, okay, so then we need to make sure colleges can't charge this fucking much for their classes,
Mhm.
or at the very least have an option to pay little to no money for their classes. So somebody who maybe can get a degree
Mhm.
and can get into a job or can learn a trade, you know?
Yeah.
That kind of stuff. That's what we need to focus on, because I think when you start focusing on that, you'd be surprised on how little people actually want to sit there and flip burgers.
I feel like there's many different ways to solve.
I agree. Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
There's
I mean,
there's
it's
different options.
yeah.
No one option is going to be the clear
No,
cut. This solves
no,
everything
absolutely.
option.
Yeah.
There
But like
has
I
to
said-
be a combination of different things, like you
Yeah.
said. Like if I have to work part time while I'm earning my college degree, I should be able to like at least start paying off that loan with what I'm making part time. And not a lot of
Yeah,
part time
I mean-
jobs give you prime
Well,
time money.
Part-time. Yeah. I mean, it's part-time.
Yeah.
I mean,
I can't go full time if I'm at school.
Even if you're making that's not what I'm saying. I mean like even if you're making $40 an hour but you're only working 10 hours a week, I mean that's still only $400 a week. You know what I'm saying?
$100 less than we make working 40 hours a week. Like
Yeah,
then
no.
proportionally, like certain
I'm-
things
I'm
work
just-
out.
I'm
you
just
know?
I'm just saying like part-time I don't think you should be trying to pay your student loans off with a part-time job.
Of course not. But I'm
but I
just
don't
saying
think
while
that has
you're
anything to do with the minimum wage, right?
right, or if you don't land the job that you got a degree for, like everybody told you would,
Yeah.
and you have to be stuck at McDonald's or wherever,
Yeah, you can still get full-time jobs there.
right, for $750.
Uh,
Like
again, I'm not trying to. I'm not saying that that's not enough. I'm just saying part-time job is a part-time job for a reason. You're not able to focus all your time, so therefore you don't have a lot of hours, and you will make less considerably,
Right.
even with a higher, even at $15 an hour.
right.
If you're working 10 hours, it's still $150.
Mhm.
But $7 an hour at 40 hours a week is more than that $15 an hour at 10 hours.
Sure. But when you bump that to 20 hours, that's
Well, yeah.
when you start making
No,
math.
yes, I understand. I understand.
I just think there's
I agree.
there has to be a combination of ways to help people and help what ails society as
I
a
agree.
whole.
I agree.
There's many different factors. There's no one clear cut.
Yeah.
Like, oh, we raise the minimum wage and everything's cool.
Yeah.
That's not gonna work.
Yeah.
We give everybody a universal basic income and everything's cool.
Yeah.
That's not gonna work.
Yeah.
There has to be a combination of things.
I guess I'm just more apprehensive
Tax the rich.
about. Yeah, I mean, get rid of those loopholes.
Yeah,
period.
exactly.
I mean, you get rid of those loopholes, you'd be surprised on
What you
how much
talking
more
about?
money
the
they
people
can make.
that pass those laws get paid by those loopholes, dog.
Looking at you, Biden.
Shoot everybody.
Yeah, right.
Jesus.
All of
Christ.
them
There's like 5 of y'all that are cool.
Jeff, Bill, Francis, not Jeremy.
Stop it. You might have named real politicians.
Oh no, my vague white names. They definitely got them.
They're in there.
Yeah, that's fair. There's probably at least
Majoratively.
one of each one of these. Yeah, I mean, something needs to be done. Period.
Something needs to be done.
Period. And I don't think it's our responsibility to take care of it.
I think it's everyone's responsibility.
No.
Yes.
Nope. Money should come out of nowhere.
Absolutely. I will pull it out of my ass.
Get the money from Iran. Have them pay for our UBI.
Stop it. Stop it.
I know, right?
We've already done that.
We tried that.
It didn't work.
That's how Al Qaeda came into picture.
God damn it. Time to wrap.
Yep. I agree. All right.
Ooh.
You okay there, bud?
I've been fighting this demon this whole time, dude.
Yep. Do you want me to give you a second?
No.
Okay, cool. Thanks, guys.
Appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for listening.
Let us know what you think about these finances.
Let me know how I was right.
Let me know how I was probably not right. Let us know what you think. Let us know what you would prefer.
Absolutely.
And see if maybe
there's
any correlation.
Tell us how we were very wrong, because neither of us are economists or
tell
money
us,
people.
Tell us how there's a way that we can combine both of our opinions and make the perfect way.
There we go. It's in there somewhere.
Yep. So thanks, guys. We appreciate it.
Appreciate it so much. Love you
Catch
guys.
you next time.
Smoochie.
Bye.